MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with a bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 New York Yankees.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, Dero?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
James Paxton gets the ball for Game 1 of the League Championship Series here at home. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand, and not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Paxton, also known as Big Maple due to his Canadian roots. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
In now, Bradley Zimmer. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
2-1. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. 2 out, nobody on. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. Indians nothing. Yankees coming to the plate. We'll be right back on MLB Network. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Corey Kluber will do the pitching on the road here in Game 1 of the LCS. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low 3s, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And manning second base, none other than Jason Kipnis. This guy likes to get dirty. He's also known as one of the best hitting second basemen in the game. Really solid on the defensive side as well.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the 2-1 pitch. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball. The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the center fielder, Aaron.
LeMahieu on at first, nobody out. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So coming to the plate, Aaron Judge. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Line toward center field. In there, a base hit.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Giancarlo.
Digging in, Giancarlo Stanton. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is foul right side. First and second now, one man out. Broken bat as this is hit on the ground to second. To second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on MLB Network. So now Carlos Santana, the head-to-head with James Paxton, 2 hits in 7 tries. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, D-Row, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. And the Tribe will get a man to second base on the leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Coming to the plate now, Jason Kipnis. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. No one out with a runner at second. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw won't get him at first. An infield single, and it's first and third now.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Into the box, Brad Miller. Outside, 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
From the belt, the pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws his good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Hicks has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he's not even going to consider it here as he holds tight at third with 2 away now.
The catcher, Kevin.
So it's first and third with 2 away. And in to hit next, it'll be the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. The set and the 1-1. Chopper to short. He's got it. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now in the box, Gary Sanchez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A swing by Sanchez, and this one's soaring out into left field. Bowers is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, look out! Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the power bat of Luke Voigt. Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
That finds the zone, a called strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
The 3-2 pitch. Count still full, 3-2. He'll try it again, 3-2. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Jake Bauers, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there. Into the box now, Leonis Martin. 2 balls and a strike to Leonis Martin. 1 out, nobody on. Two balls and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
In now, Bradley Zimmer. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bradley Zimmer. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Micah Franco gets set to start out the inning. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Tip misses there, and there's 1 down now. Digging in, Gio Urshela. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Just hung in there on that one. The 2-2 one more time. Is looked at and the count moves full.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The payoff pitch one more time. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. High in the air out to center field. Martin is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. Kluber steps into his windup. Full count pitch on its way. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The center fielder, Aaron.
So striding forward now, Aaron Hicks. Man at first after the 2-out walk. LeMahieu, the runner at first with 2 gone. Three and 2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
That's fouled off to the left side as he makes him do it again. 3 and 2. Fouled off. Count remains full. Another full count pitch home. And he struck him out. So he was forced to make 9 pitches that at bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Yanks leave 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Stepping into the box, Jose Ramirez. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Belted high and deep into right center. Hicks going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is underneath this one, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter number
into the
22,
box, Jason Kipnis.
Jason Kipnis.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Urshela is there, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So digging in now, Aaron Judge, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. Ramirez is up with it. And that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. Hit hard down the line. Ramirez is there. And that's the second out.
Now batting.
Into the box now. Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. His first homer here in the series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
That wasn't a particularly deep home run by today's standards, but it certainly did scream out of the park in a hurry. You see there on show track an impressive 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Into the box, Torres. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt, right side. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Michael.
Striding forward now is the DH, Maikel Franco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Two and 2. Here it is. And it's fouled away. The 2-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Plawecki recovers, and that ends the inning. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. We played 4. It's now 1-0 New York. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A little low. It's 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And he fouls this one off. The 3-2 one more time. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
In now, Jordan Luplow. He flew out in his last at-bat. Miller gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box now, Kevin Plawecki, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
In now, Jake Bowers. No dice on the knuckle curve that time. 3-1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. So striding in, Leonis Martin, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. 2-2. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. He's set. The 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. Two and two. Here it is. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Standing in, Gio Urshela flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, DJ LeMahieu. A couple of walks for him thus far. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Grounded weakly toward third. And there are 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. But they lead it 1-0. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Line drive to left. Stanton has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Ramirez is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Carlos Santana now. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. High in the air out towards shallow right. Judge is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tribe. They still trail 1-0. Ready for another chance? Aaron Judge. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber. Chopped in front of home plate. Plawecki has it, and that's the first out.
Now batting, left fielder.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good eye as he lays off, and the count moves to 2-1 now on the Yankee left fielder.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
The 2-1 is a sinker that gets a swinging strike.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled away. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bowers is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Gary Sanchez will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Back here in the Bronx, 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. The 1-1 home. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Standing in now, Brad Miller. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
The right fielder, number 8.
Now at the plate, Jordan Luplow. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here it is on 3-1. Hard on the ground towards short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit. He's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and in to hit next it'll be the catcher Kevin Plawecki. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll get back in standing. Luplow leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. The 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
The 3-1 hit hard up the middle, and there's his first base hit in this one. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Big spot, 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
The set and the 1-2. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. The Yankees are out in front, 1-0. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning, it's so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
1 gone here in the Yankee 7th. And up next, the power bat of Luke Voigt. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this will be fouled away. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in
Now
this inning.
the
He looks
designated
really
hitter,
sharp out there, guys.
Franco.
At the plate, Maikel Franco. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 2 out, nobody on. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to the Yankees DH. The next 3-2. Fouled off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've
Now
got to
batting.
expect them to lose
The
a little bit of
shortstop,
accuracy out there. And
Theo
I think if he gets in any more
Urshela.
trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here it comes on 1-1. To the left side, but it's well fouled. Franco is off at first with 2 away. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They lead it 1-0. Here's Leonis Martin. He'll start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting
Now
to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Chad Green takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 57, Chad Green.
Into the box now. Bradley Zimmer tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. A runner at first with no outs here. And that misses 2-2. Grounder down the line at third, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. He stays alive, still 2-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike three.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Stepping in now, Carlos Santana. Hit down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The set and the 1-2. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball two. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians leave one. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Dan Otero is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 61, Dan Otero.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, DJ LeMahieu comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Line, but speared on a hop. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And there are the final numbers for the Indian starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Hey, Matty V, this guy had it going in this one. You look down at the bottom of that scroll, 10 strikeouts. He hit that swing and miss stuff from the beginning all the way to the end in this one.
Next for New York, Aaron Hicks. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Nope.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Action going on now in the Indians bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. Bases are empty, one man out. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He threw first and hustling for second. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead to give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So a double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
I wouldn't be surprised if he used his aggressiveness against him right here. If you're going to get a swing outside the zone 1-1, might as well fish a little bit further.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. A shot down the first baseline. And that will get past his outstretched glove. It's a base hit. He'll get it into second, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Well, they already had the lead, but that extra run makes a huge difference, even if it's only psychological. The pitcher knows when he steps out there that he has a little bit of wiggle room to work with.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-1 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ready to deliver the 1-2, and it's fouled away.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Another one sent foul. Judge leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. The 1-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Stanton is retired, 2 down now.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Sanchez.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. Changeup, good pitch there, 1-2. Two out here and a runner at second. Here's the 1-2. And a good pitch here, but this is taken for a ball as the count moves to 2-2 now on the Yankee catcher. Count remains 2-2. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Tribe. It's now 2-0 New York.
Your attention, please.
So with a save situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Digging in to try it again, Jason Kipnis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
2 balls and a strike now. Yank fouled off to the right. The 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 one more time is laid off, and the count runs full.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
1 out, nobody on. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Standing in now, Jordan Luplow. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Now the Yankee Stadium crowd, 52,000 plus on their feet. Still even at 2-2. Last strike now for Cleveland. Struck him out. Cleveland, good night.
Man, facing Chapman is not for the faint of heart as he unleashes fireball after fireball. Gets the final out here and another save. What a weapon Chapman is.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. New York jump out to a 1-0 series lead. James Paxton is the winning pitcher of record. Corey Kluber struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.